Good day, and welcome to another broadcast of Venture Capital Fund. Today, I want us to dig in a little deep into what we call the small business realities. And we will be looking at some of the challenges for small businesses, and we will be telling you what Venture Capital Inc. and Global Branding and Marketing has decided to do in order to help small businesses, business startup, businesses generally, to scale with local, regional, and international relevance. In the event that you're joining me for the first time, my name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the multiple best-selling author for several books, including Manager's Toolkit and Billionaire Codes. Now, I want to encourage you to visit our sister company website, which is www.megamoneygy.com. You can navigate that site. You can make purchase of these books from anywhere in the world. You can also navigate the website. You can go to the top, navigate shopping. Shopping has a drop down, and you will see a number of mastermind programs that we are offering to businesses. Now, without further ado, do permit me to start today's topic. I want to start today's topic also on a high note at Venture Capital Fund, Venture Capital in Global Branding and Marketing. We have decided to make a commitment to commit 100 million USD, 100 million Guyana dollars to help small businesses in technical support setup. And one of the reasons that we are doing this is that I have been in business for over 25 years. And we are seeing many of the businesses that we would have interfaced with 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. Today, they are not scaling. They are at the same level. And what we have decided to do is to embark on a research that really helped us to do a full diagnosis as to why those businesses are stagnant and why they're not growing, and to identify practical tools and systems that can be used to give them the support that they need to scale with local, regional, and international relevance. I want to begin by giving tremendous kudos to those many small business leaders and business startup out there. I do believe that many of those persons that we have interfaced with, you have very great business ideas. And I want to say this too, your business ideas has the potential to become a game changer. But it's important for you to recognize that the potential to become a game changer, becoming a game changer is like night and day. It's like saying that you have the potential to achieve greatness, but unless you commit the time, the talent, and the resources to really unlock your potential, to find the gem within you, and commit that time to polish that gem for it to blossom, you will be stuck for years and years to come with just the potential and never being able to come to that point where you can benefit from the rich potential that you and your business has to make larger than life impact on your specific target market. Now, let me begin by identifying some of the realities that we have seen. I want to also give tremendous kudos to a number of the agencies who are out there, private sector and government agencies that are out there providing small business developmental support. I give kudos, and I will also talk about some of the limitation that is also evident out there. Now, what we have been seeing over many years is that there are many institutions that are set up to allocate seed money and working capital to many small businesses. But for years, I have been saying this, that access to capital is not necessarily the where it all in terms of helping those businesses to scale, because there are a number of additional technical inputs and technical support that those entrepreneurs needs. So that's one weakness that we're seeing, and we'll talk to it just now. Another challenge that we have seen is that ever so often, which I believe in most cases it was the good intention to disseminate information, there are many institutions that sets out to provide um, training, much needed training for business startup and entrepreneurs that really helps them to understand the importance of marketing, the importance of financing, the importance of public relation, the importance of branding, the importance of ISO standards, and the list goes on. Those training I want to say are absolutely necessary. But some of the limitation that we have seen with it based on our interaction with the beneficiaries is that they would literally say to us that they are being exposed to a number of training programs that is supposed to help. But in most cases, because those training programs are short-lived and because they are multitasking, they are not able to fully internalize the learning concept in the way that it should be internalized and applied to affect significant change within the organization. And one example that myself and small business leaders talk about a lot is that it is difficult for them to produce lettercraft work and at the same time, after committing a full day's work to that, to draft the marketing strategies and to develop the project documents and to develop the financials. And listening to them, you can really understand what they're saying and why they're saying it. Because if we are to line this up to how bigger companies, medium-sized and bigger companies operate, you will see that the medium-sized to larger companies, they have specialized departments that deals with finance, that deals with marketing, that deals with public relation, that deals with all of the key areas to run the business operation. The small entrepreneur don't have this luxury because, of course, they're small, they're now starting up and so forth. I'm quite aware that many years ago, and uh, one of the institutions that I was involved with, what they are set out to do is to set up a secretariat for a small business association with the objective of providing the technical institutional support that allow them to have a physical space that the general public could have interfaced with them and to gradually perhaps bleed into that process all of the technical human support that can give that dynamic service to businesses. That initiative did not come up with a degree of success that everyone would have liked it to come up with for some of the known reasons and some of the unknown reasons that perhaps we do not know. But that's just to say that an attempt has been made to do this. Now, I want to also go back to that as a reference, and that is to say that it's important today that uh, small business associations be set up in a way that really allows them to have the institutional capacity or at least network with the subject matter expert entities that could really help them to build the additional technical support to scale business outside of finance. And let me explain what I'm saying here. Along with finance, what businesses need, especially small businesses need to scale, is market intelligence. You see, market intelligence will help the entrepreneur, the small business leaders that has the potential to make local, regional, and international impact, to understand who are their target markets, where they are located, the size of their target market, the needs, wants, and expectations of that target market. And in the absence of this essential body of knowledge, it leaves the entrepreneur that has great potential, the small business owners that can transform lives, it leaves them to shoot in the blank. And by that, what I mean, you are innovating products and you're innovating services, and you have no market intelligence, meaning that you do not know what your market special interests are and how to best build out your value proposition, your brand intention value traits to live up to those expectations and possibly go beyond the expectations of the target market. So market intelligence is what will help you with all of this. But what I would have said in previous broadcasts is that the cost for market intelligence, in most cases, it is way beyond the cash flowing potential or disposable income that is available to small business owners. And let me give a practical example of what I'm saying. In doing business, you want to remove yourself from speculative analysis and speculative data. You want to bring yourself to that point where you're using some degree of secondary data once it is updated, but you're using a high degree of primary market intelligence. And primary market intelligence is going to be very pricey. And let me say why. What primary market analysis means, market intelligence means, is that you are doing a quota sampling of your market. And by that, you might have 1 million, 2 million, 25 million persons in the market, in the geography. And you're doing a quota, a certain amount of that population, you're doing a survey with them. So let's take, for example, you were taking a quota sampling of about 20,000 persons. And you're paying about $1,000 per questionnaire. Now, 20,000 multiplied by 1,000 GYD, and to fill out a questionnaire, $1,000 per questionnaire, or $5 is going to amount to something like about 20 million GYD, or what you might want to say, and for 20,000 GYD, USD. 20 million in GYD. So that's the actual cost for doing the research and gathering the market intelligence. So it's going to roughly be about 100,000 USD or 20 million in GYD to actually do that. So this is the harsh realities in doing business and doing it right, and ensuring that you have the intelligence to do business in the most effective way. Now, this is not the only challenge that small businesses have. And that challenge that we're talking about is market intelligence. Most small businesses are forced to do business with a blindfold over their eyes. They are forced to start a business, get into the market with the assumption that everybody else is making money and I'm going to make money. And then when they start an operation, the harsh reality shows that there's a different ball game, it's a different reality out there because the market intelligence is only, one foot in the game. From the market intelligence, you have to build out a number of things. If you have a smart market researcher, they will be able to help you to build your customer database coming out of that research. And that is something that could be leveraged to immediately cash flow the operation as you start to position your brand in the market. So I trust that, with this information, you can identify savvy market researchers that can really give you the input and the support that you need and to scale your operation. Several things I want to say here before moving on. In the event that you don't understand people that is going to, those experts with the marketing research skills, I want to encourage you to reach out to Venture Capital Inc., reach out to Global Branding and Marketing. We will be more than happy to give you that support. I remember what I said. We have allocated 500,000 USD or 100 million GYD to help you do these type of research. So moving forward, you will have the market intelligence to make better and informed and educated decisions about scaling your business, your idea, your brand with local, regional, and international relevance. Having said that, I said that is only getting one foot in the game. The market intelligence has to go through what we call the market analytics. And the customer database can come from the analytics. And what else can and should and must come from that is what we call the development of your brand visibility optimization strategy. And by that, what I mean is that you must be able to extract data, extract information from that research that really helps you to understand not only the lifestyle, culture, and social class of your specific target market, but you want to know the programs that they're looking at and at what time they're likely to look at that program. Why? Because you are now moving into capturing this lifestyle and cultural and social class habits, and you want to build out what we call your advertising content. That is something that has to be done also by an expert. The expert knowledge must be someone who is a skilled advertising copywriter that can interpret the cultures and craft with the highest degree of uniqueness and savviness, craft those things out into what we call advertising copywriting content. The failure to do this, it means that you could be developing your radio, television, and social media advertising materials and not necessarily speaking to the demographic because you're not demographic relevant, you're not target market relevant. The person preparing the advertising copywriting, the advertising copywriter must have the skill set to do this for you. Again, with the monies that we have allocated, with the technical support that we have committed to help small businesses, these are some of the things that we will be doing for you. So you have to produce that. That's getting the second foot in the game. You have to go further than this because it's also important to understand the strength of the communication challenge, the communication mediums that you're going to be using, the strengths and the relevance of those platforms. Again, you can have an excellent brand, you can do good research, develop an excellent brand, develop very strong copywriting content, but then the placement of those copywriting content is not properly done. So you defeat the whole purpose of placing those ads into the communication channel, which ultimately negatively impact your brand visibility optimization objective. So these are very key elements that must be looked at in any attempt to scale a business. What I'm saying here is that these are some of the reasons that we are seeing why businesses start, and because they're not able to get these technical support, market intelligence, scaling up brand visibility. And even before you come to the brand visibility, we talk about issues that we call the brand traits optimization. Um, Absolutely important issues to be looked at. Now, a lot of those informations are documented in this book, Manager's Toolkit, and in my newest book, which is 10x Branding and Marketing, The Psychology of Business. I'm so happy to say everything that we're talking about here is well documented. Everything that we're talking about here and so much more that can really help you to 10x your business, your ideas, your brand, and build it out with local, regional, and international relevance. It's in that book. So you will know about the launch of that book. We most likely will launch the book together with the Venture Capital Inc. We are now taking care of the legal side of everything. And we will do an official launch very, very soon. Of course, we have to interface with COVID-19 and everything else. But we know that you, as young entrepreneur, business startup, you have dreams, you have hopes, you have aspirations, and you need these kind of technical support to help you to scale. So we will be working with you to really help you understand the rough terrains of doing business and navigate the rough terrains of doing business and really give you the support that you need to scale up and level up your business, your ideas, and your brand. Because we are fully aware that capital alone without market intelligence is not going to work. And some of the other challenges that we have heard about is that, many business startup suffers. You remain a business startup for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you remain in this growth stage. Why? Because you're not accessing adequate capital. And when you get access to capital, it's not enough. When you get access to capital, the interest rates are too high. This is why, again, for us at Venture Capital Inc. and Global Branding and Marketing, we keep saying that business intelligence is equally as important as financial intelligence. And in my new book, 10x Branding and Marketing, The Psychology of Business, we document all of this. So you will be getting information that will help you to understand how to take a debt, perhaps at a high interest rate, and level that debt in such a way that you can manipulate the debt cost. These things are done legally in the international world. There's nothing illegal about it. And we will be sharing some of these information with you. And what we are likely to do also is to start to engage with the right financial institutions and to really help them to work with us as we work with businesses to help them to navigate some of these realities, tough realities in doing business. Along with this, we are also happy to say that a new brand, Venture Capital Inc., will be on the market and will be doing a lot of work to really help businesses not only access market, not only research their specific target audience and build out their customer database, but we will be working with businesses to really help businesses to understand new ways of raising capital. Locally, you depend on the commercial financial sector, and I want to give them kudos for the work that they have been doing over the years to help you. But I do believe that as developing economies begin to position themselves to be part of the third and fourth industrial revolution, to leapfrog itself into the global economic market, we certainly need more financial models. And by that, what I mean is we need to talk more about the investment financial sector, so people will understand what is an IPO, initial public offer, and how to position their businesses to access or to become an IPO and to access capital. We need to help businesses to understand what is the angel investors, what is the capitalists, what is the growth capitalists, and what is the what we call the LBOs. All right, LBOs is leveraged buyout, and a lot of these information are documented in my book. And the reason that I'm raising this issue is largely because that these markets also provide a plethora of opportunities for you to raise capital. And there are many differences to access these markets. And if you look back at some of my previous programs, we talk about those issues. The other financial market that I want us to talk about is what we're going to call the smart capital market. And you need to know about this. I think, why most businesses remain stuck is because when they're not able to reach the pre-qualification criteria of the commercial financial sector, they tend not to see another way out of it. And I want to tell you that there's a number of things that you can do to escape that trap that you see yourself in, that lockdown that you see yourself in, to escape where you're stuck. And I'm happy to say again that at Venture Capital Inc., Venture Capital Fund, Global Branding and Marketing, we know exactly how to help you and position your business, your brand, your ideas to have local, regional, and international relevance. So I want you, do not hesitate and reach out to us. And we are always open to have consultations with you, free consultations, to really see where you're at with business and to really help you to understand how to take the next best step in the interest of up leveling your business, your ideas, and your brand. So far, we're looking today at some of the challenges that small businesses and businesses are faced with, and we're identifying the solutions. And so far, the solution is to reach out to us, and we will be able to work with you. Now, the smart capital market is a very unique market because it is literally what allows you to leverage the market realities in such a way that you can cash flow it. And from the cash flow, you can leverage the capital gain to pump back into your operation to then move it forward. I know I normally make a very tough statement, but I want to say that it is true. When you really take the time to analyze it non-judgmentally, you recognize that it makes a lot of sense. And what I would normally say is that if you're a business startup, and again, depending on the type of business that you are, and you are wholly and solely dependent on the commercial investment, the commercial investment sector to invest in you, and it simply means that you're not ready for business. All right. Because when you're ready for business, I want to assure you that there are strategic things that you can do to start to position your ideas, your brand, your business out there, to start to do several things: gain attention, pique interest, arouse desire, make impact, start to convert first-time users, possibly into lifetime customers, and lay that foundation where you're building confidence and trust and credibility in the eyes of users and potential users. And when you're serious about business, you have to get this level of skin in the game. If you don't know how, again, we are here at Venture Capital Inc., Venture Capital Fund, Global Branding and Marketing, to really give you those technical support to move your business forward. Now, in conclusion, I want to say a few other things. What we are also preparing to do is to provide what we call branded office units. So a number of those small businesses that we're going to be interfacing with, I wouldn't say all of them, but we will provide branded office units for you. I talked about this in a previous broadcast, and I've reached a point of my life where we are not going to be talking and pointing out all the faults. We're going to be presenting the solutions, and we're going to be working with you. So you not have to have that leadership mindset, that growth mindset, and reach out to us because we are reaching out to you. And where we can provide a strategic intervention, we will provide those strategic intervention. I must also say we may not be able to help every business. We may not be able to support any business in the current state that you are as a sole trader. We have to up level you. And of course, if you want to, if you are the kind of person that is receptive to growth and you want to make a local impact, regional impact, and international impact, and you want a company that understands the business dynamics to give you that technical support, feel free to talk to us. But if you're small-minded and you want to remain small and just do your little hustle, I just don't think that this offer is for you. So we will be providing those branded office space, and we will be providing all of the other support to help you scale your business, your idea, your brand with local, regional, and international relevance. All right. So I really trust that you enjoy today's program. Again, I just want to repeat this. We are allocated in technical support a sum total of 500,000 USD and 100 million GYD to help businesses get through some of the rough terrains of doing business. Now, my name again is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the multiple best-selling author of several books, including Billionaire Codes and Managers Toolkits. And you can access these two books on my sister company website, which is www.megamoneygy.com. You can go to that website and you can make a purchase online. You can also navigate the drop-down shopping and you can purchase the mastermind programs that we're offering. You can inbox me directly and let us start that conversation as to how we can provide strategic intervention to really help you scale your business, your idea, your brand, and make a larger than life impact on your specific target market. All right, I want you to commit to scale your hustle and make your hustle become a business. And we are a team of people here. We have a team of PFAs, professional financial advisors. We have a team of economists. We have a team of accountants, a team of business consultants, and very soon a team of legal minds. In fact, we have already engaged with our legal team that will be providing the technical advice and technical support to you and to really help you to move your business ideas forward. So again, feel free to reach out to me and my team. And you can call me directly at 650-6231, 592-650-6231. And I'll be so happy to engage with you about your business and the technical support that we're offering right now. And that can help you to transition your business, your ideas, and your brand. So be blessed. It has been such a pleasure being with you. Remember, I would love for you to find us on YouTube. The channel is Venture Capital Fund. You can put Gary Thompson next to that and just subscribe to that channel on Facebook. You can like and share. also on Facebook and LinkedIn. We're also on LinkedIn, and reach out to us because we are here to provide a service to society. All right, so be blessed. See you on the other side.